Kimani, if you can hear me, what can you tell us this morning on the situation on the roads as well as the preparations for the pilot phase of the car-free day this Friday?
Well, Sam, good morning in your panel in studio. I am at University Way roundabout, where this is one of the roads that is going to be off limits for drivers. Now, the clarification is that including matatus, this ban will include matatus. No matatu or car will be allowed into the CBD. So here's a quick tip on how to maneuver through this pilot phase. University Way goes around Globe roundabout and Kirinyaga Road and Moi Avenue. So here are the roads that will be off. This is University Way. Then there's Uhuru Highway going down, Haile Selassie and Moi Avenue. So those are the four major roads that will be off limits for cars. So in case you're using Waiyaki Way and you're coming towards the CBD, what you'll have to do if you're using a private car, you'll have to use Professor Wangari Maathai Road. So it means you'll have to go through Westlands, or it's going to be a tough drive for most people who do not exactly know how to maneuver. So use Professor Wangari Maathai Road and you'll have to park from that side and walk all the way to town, probably using Ojiji Road or Kipande Road. You can also park around Kipande Road along that stretch, so that you use Globe roundabout to get into the CBD. If you're coming from Thika Road, then the last point should be Ngara. Around Ngara, you can also use Ngara going down towards Old Race Course Road. You can also use Old Race Course Road in case you're going to Mombasa Road. You can also use the bypass if you don't need to come to the CBD, because it's going to be a bit problematic. Now, remember when the last time that the Nairobi County government banned matatus from the CBD, it was a bit chaotic, and most people did not know what routes to follow and which were the most affected. Now, if you're coming from Mombasa Road, you'd have to stop at around Bunyala Road, Bunyala roundabout. That is would be the most convenient point. You can use Bunyala Road and get into Enterprise on that side. Also, you can use Lusaka Road and get into industrial area and find your way all the way through to Jogoo Road. Actually, that would be the easiest way. Come to Jogoo Road and all the way probably to around Muthurwa. So when you come to Muthurwa, finding a parking slot will be an extreme spot if you have to come to the CBD. So the most convenient way will be to leave your car at home, because all those places I've mentioned, getting parking for a private car will be really hard. If you're using a matatu, then it will probably be easier. Now, the only confusing bit will be where to be dropped and where to be picked up. So that is another loophole that I am anticipating is going to be a problem for most people, to know where exactly their matatus will be stopping and where they'll be picking them up. But then they're saying that the BRT system buses will be introduced, so maybe that will be easier. Wherever the matatu drops you, the BRT bus can ferry you to the CBD. The other bit is that Aga Khan Walk, that parking slot around there will be a place for hawking, and I've been speaking to hawkers around town just to find out what their thoughts are about this, and most of them are a bit skeptic about whether it's going to work, because most of them depend on the matatu stages, where most of matatu stages where people are dropped, there's a huge traffic of people, so that is where most of them depend on their businesses. So we're still waiting to see how this is going to be implemented, but in the meantime, all those roads I have mentioned to you, that will be an easier option if you're using a private car. But finding parking, that will be the hardest bit of this particular phase, Sam, for at least for most motorists.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Kimani Mbogu.